for another movie night review, number 335. This is a Alters Files. It's the horror film, short film Alter, and it is called The Elegy of Shadows. All right, it's a compilation of about 3 to 4 short films all together. So we'll do the movie night review right now. All right. Okay, so the first one is called The Dollmaker. All right. And pretty much all of these are about death. All right. So this first one, this is the second time that I've watched this one. And a mom is grieving for her son, the loss of her son. So they go to a doll maker. He makes a doll. He's able to bring back the son through the doll at the death. All right. So he's able to bring the dead son up at the doll. All right. So then the mom, all, intents purposes, because of course you would like to see the movie, but where you would like to see it the most is the ending, because you really want to meet up with how the doll maker made the doll and why it was so grieving the mom and the dad, what they were going through and all kinds of stuff. But the doll it appears to be real, and there is some resentment. So, like I said, the ending is that. The second film is called Mirror Gaze. All right, so on Mirror Gaze, this is the first time that we've watched this. Okay, me and Bana, but or Kenya towards you, it would be Kenya, but so yeah, Mirror Gaze. This is another elegy. All right, and it's elegy versus eulogy. It's about the same. All right, it's like a poem or something for the dead. That's what that means. All right. But in Mirror Gaze, the mom brings up the son, and she has all of these things going on, the candles and all that. And something happens, and she starts to figure out who she starts to recognize herself. All I have to say is that there's something about it where she has to see what that is. That's all I have to say. But if my memory serves me correct, on this one, it's kind of hazy. That's all I have to say. The main thing is that when you're doing like things like mirror gaze and things, and you're bringing up the sun, you don't want to run into it. So towards the middle of the movie, you'll start to run into why people don't do things like that. But all in all, if she was grieving and something happened, like something happened all of a sudden, yes. All right. So the third short film is called Grief. Okay, so on Grief, it starts off with the mom walking up to the house, and it's like a house of glass almost is what it appears like in the beginning there, or at the start. And the dad, he's in there, and they're grieving, of course, the loss of their child, and he is at meetings. The mother is not at meetings. So this is the whole thing. It starts off rolling. All right. But like I said, I don't want to ruin the suspense or the the function of it all, what we're talking about, the freak of it all, because in the middle is where you want to kind of catch on to that guy at the door, and why the dad doesn't like how things are happening. He doesn't like how suspenseful or how automated things are happening. So things are happening at a fast rate between the mom and the dad, what that is, and the son, where the grief is there. And the stranger, that's the whole suspense of it all. So I would advise or suggest that you watch the middle of it. And if you want to get out of your seat a bit, that would be that. Then, if you kind of figure out what grief is, yeah, it kind of goes through there, and it is suspenseful and sad at the same time. The last short film is called Guilt, and it's an elderly woman. They're at an island, and there's a nurse. Something happened to the nurse, but to be honest, to be really honest, I could barely see the English subtitles. I could barely see it, so I really couldn't. I saw what was happening, but that's about it. I couldn't read the English, okay? And the English is on there, but it was too tiny. So all I'm going to say, yeah. Okay, my Uber is here. Okay, so all I'm going to say, right, is this one takes a turn for the whole thing, because all I notice is that someone is scared and they're meeting up with death the whole time, and someone is whispering to the elder lady. Like I said, I cannot tell what they're talking about because it's in a different language, and like I said, the words are tiny, but I do notice that there is that same grief factor. That is that there is also that that where she lost her son. It is a nurse, and the elderly, she must be whispering or telling her something about it, but I can't figure out what it is. Now that's towards the end. If anyone has watched this one before, or if you go to watching it, let us know what it's saying, if that's your language, or if you can kind of see what that reads, and then comment below, because that's pretty interesting. The ending seems like it's pretty thrilling, you know? But all in all, the subject, with all of that said, the subject for tonight is called Thriller. Now, nobody's talking about Michael, and nobody's talking about, you know, horror films, the short film versions, or any of that right now at this moment. But thrillers can be very spectacular when you have something going on really bad. Now, if you get into a reminisce of the feeling or the thing, which is about the same, to be honest, but the feeling of something that's very suspenseful, it's only that part. So Thriller is going to jump and dance, not really dance, so just, you know, it's a sense of humor thing, but it's going to be just like that. Dance and bounce and dance and stomp and stuff like that until the thing is not in front of you. Suspense is only carrying you away. It's only recognizing a thriller type movie so a person can make some money. But when people get carried in it, it goes to a different genre of thinking. It goes to like sci-fi. So whenever we do the sci-fi movies, let us know that you get exactly what thriller is. Once you get to the sci-fi, it's like lit, right? Have a nice night.